Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I will be talking about story time, so I made sure to make this video a little bit longer than what I originally had it. I should go on for about almost 25 minutes, and I originally wanted this just to be 12 minutes, but this story time has history. Now, if you remember a little while back, I made a video on how I feel about face reveals and stuff. You should go check it out. I'll have it in like the corner of the video so you guys can watch it after you watch this video. But so basically I have been catfished before and I'm gonna get into it. So this started when I was pretty young. I want to say around 6 to 7 years ago when this happened. And what had happened was I was friends with this girl and she wanted me to be introduced to who she was dating. Now, it doesn't seem like that would make sense, especially with the type of person that she is. She is very possessive and gets jealous easily, but at the time, we were like best friends. So, I meet him, and it's like I don't really care about this person because that's my friend's man. Why do I have to get involved with it? Or with him? So, then I'm introduced to him. We're like acquaintances now and shit, but we don't really talk. That was just one time thing. I'm still friends with my friend. But all of a sudden, they break up and she hasn't talked to me. Mind you, we all like met on an online thing because in my day, being on an online game, socializing was a real big thing. So we'd always go on that website and just chat on there and stuff. It's kind of like how kids would be like with what Club Penguin was or something like that. It was one of those websites. So I'm not friends with her now ex-boyfriend. We were never friends. We were just acquaintances. We didn't even add each other, like friend request, nothing. So I'm minding my own business on the website. She's not online. I'm just wandering around, and you know how there's like these weird people on the internet, and there's this one guy who would try to go up to me and basically like flirt, and I'm not all about that, and I'm telling this person to like, can you stop, because I'm not appreciating it. So this goes on for like 10 minutes. He's not leaving me alone, and I didn't bother to like leave because why do I have to leave? Especially if this person actually has me added. I don't know why I didn't unfriend them or block them to begin with. Probably because like in that stage of my life I wasn't the blocking type of person that I am now. But that went on for like 10 minutes, and by some miracle or coincidence, my friend's ex comes into that room with a new female, like they're about to go on like on a date or some shit. And he sees me, recognizes my user or something, and then ditches his date to go talk to me and basically ward off the other guy, saying that, oh, can you like go away because like that's my girlfriend type of thing. And the guy kind of got the memo. He got pissed because like he wasn't convinced, and he's like, dude, why are you being like a cock block? And the ex would just like be a real one and just stick by. So that was interesting. His date got mad and she left, and then we both started talking or whatever, and we went to a different chat room because I was just a bunch of drama in that one chat room. So we're talking about whatever, and I'm like, why'd you guys like break up? Because I'm nosy like that. And he didn't really like explain too much. It's just it happened. And then we were talking for like 2 weeks, not in that way, we're just friends, because I'm not the type of person to just go after your friend's ex-boyfriend. That's kind of low. So we were just talking about whatever, and then we got kind of close. I'm not even gonna lie. And then, once again, this other person came back online, the one that was harassing me, and tried to do it again when I'm with my friend's ex-boyfriend. Let's call him CJ. So for that, CJ would then go back into protective boyfriend mode and basically go off on this guy. And it made me feel like, wow, no one's actually like really tried to do that for me. Seriously, like this sounds like some movie stuff or something you read in the book. Like it doesn't seem real. So I got small, very, very small feelings, but I didn't really pursue them because, like I said, I'm not the type of person to just go after, you know, your friend's ex-boyfriend because that's really low. But during the time, like I did have small feelings, and I was very good at hiding them because of some traumatic experiences. I think I'll make that into a new story time. But so we were just like talking, blah blah blah. I wasn't informed about anything that would be happening between him and my friend. I would call her Anya for this video. But eventually, after the 2 weeks have passed, like on the third week that we've been like actually been friends, Anya and CJ get back together. Now, I don't know what's the story behind that. Anya hasn't told me anything, even though we were supposedly like best friends at the time. So, CJ, Anya, they're both a thing, but the thing that's different now is I'm friends with both of them, not just like one of them. But like I said in the beginning of this video, Anya is the type to be possessive and jealous. So whenever I would be around CJ, she wouldn't say it to my face. She would say it to like CJ, and then CJ would say it to me that she doesn't like me being so close to him. And in my head, I'm like, well then why did you make us friends to begin with if you're feeling some type of way about it? It just doesn't make sense to me. And CJ agreed, but like we weren't gonna stop just being friends just like that, just for her. That didn't make any sense. So we continued to be friends, and gradually Anya was starting to get kind of annoying to the point where I'd rather talk to CJ than talk with her because that's just crazy. And when she found out one time, because I ditched her in the middle of her conversation for like CJ, because like he asked me to like go see him and go talk to him and stuff. And I did it without hesitation because she would be complaining about whatever all the time. It wasn't okay. So she found out, like, she followed me to that chat room and she got pissed at me. And then I feel like she was very jealous of me, like, having his attention. Or actually, I don't know why. Like, she was mad at me when CJ wants my attention. That really doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if anything, you would think she'd be mad at CJ because he's taking my time away from her or her time away from me, whatever. So that happened. I'm not quite sure. Like, my memory's a little vague in between, but the thing is, after a little while, I believe they broke up again, and they were planning on getting like married on the game. We took it very seriously back then because we were bored, we had nothing else to do, and we just felt that way. That's just how we played the game. So they were supposed to be like married or whatever in the game, like they're about to have a wedding and shit. And I was like maid of honor because I was like her best friend, and I always been there for her. And then they both agreed that they both like me. So when they broke up, I was actually not the type to just go swoop in and steal CJ from Anya because I'm not that type of person. But like, so I tried to fix them back together because I'm a good friend and they both seemed miserable without each other, even though they wouldn't like go ahead and just get back together. I was basically like their couples therapy, even though I was talking to them separately. And eventually they did get back together. The wedding was back on. I even gave CJ an idea on how to propose to her again, because men. But no offense, but just yeah. So the wedding's gonna continue. I'm being the maid of honor, and they have the wedding at my like residential in that game. And it was a pretty big wedding. I took pictures. I even sent the pictures to their actual emails to see them because they neglected to take pictures to begin with. We had a whole guest list. We had a priest. It was crazy. You would never expect something like so serious like on a game. But that happened. They were married. Blah 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 blah. I don't remember what happened after that because it was kind of vague too. But slowly but surely, they were both being like very clingy to each other on the game. And we used to all have Kick back in this day, so we would like message each other on there, whatever. And oh, I actually remember. So one day, like, actually, a couple months before they got married or whatever, CJ would tell me that Anya would talk like shit about me to him about stuff I didn't even do. And being me at the time, I got mad because, like, why would you say that behind my back? Why can't you just be upfront with me? So I told CJ what was up with her because, like, she's not all that perfect either. So fast forward a couple months after they're married and shit, and I get like these angry texts on Kick from Anya saying like, I can't believe you talk about me behind your back. I can't believe this, blah, blah, blah. You said this about me. I understand why you don't have friends, blah, 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 blah. And I'm trying to play dumb. Because, like, one, I only told one person. So I'm, like, already suspicious of CJ. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she's saying, like, some girl told me about all this stuff that you said about me, and I believe them. And I'm like, some girl, because I know for sure that I don't really mess with female friends like that. Like, if I'm being honest, at the time, I really didn't mess with any females. I had, like, no female friends at that time, so it didn't make any sense. So I go to CJ, and I'm like, hey, did you tell Anya what I said about her? Because you're the only one person I told. And me being dumb and slow at the time, I believed him when he said, no, I don't know how she found out. Like, there's only one connection, and it's through you. So, I don't know. And what escalated this is two other girls who I don't know got my Kick, and they started like harassing me and stuff, and just putting like bad words in my mouth, like just basically putting me down. And I remember being me and sensitive. I would like cry in the bathroom over it because that's not okay. That's like, it's cyberbullying. So, it eventually died down. I eventually convinced Anya that I didn't say anything. You must have gotten the wrong information or something, because it didn't make no damn sense. So, after that, it's never been like the same. When they're both like together on the game and I'm there, I felt like always like a third wheel, and then they would talk shit about me and I wouldn't say anything but like leave the room, blah blah blah. But then CJ would try to bring me back to the room, and I thought things would change, but no, it's like a whole cycle. So yeah, nothing about that was really all that good. So then after that, I got like really tired of them very quickly. So with Anya, she was like being a little bitch. Like, I don't think she was completely over the fact that I talked shit about her. Like, she was so convinced that I did, which I did, but like, damn, you won't even like believe your quote unquote best friend. Even though I was lying, she talked shit about me too, and she didn't come up about that either. So, but so she was like talking mad annoying to me, and I got fed up with it, and I said something along the lines of, if I wanted your man, I can have him if I wanted to. And that triggered her a lot. Like, she was going off on me. She's like, how dare you? Or like, I can't believe you're such a conniving little bitch. And I'm just laughing because of how easily she was triggered. And I wasn't being serious. I wasn't serious when I said that I could take her man. However, I'm still confident, or like I was very confident that I would be able to, but I just wouldn't because I'm not a shitty person. So, she's now mad at me. We're not like really friends at this point anymore. And it was weird whenever me, CJ, and her were in the same room because we wouldn't speak with each other, or one of us would leave because we just didn't like each other. So eventually, CJ took her side on things, and I'm like, forget this. I don't really like where this is going. And then we split our ways. Now, 6 months later, like, they blocked me, or like they deleted me off Kick and I deleted them. But 6 months later, I get a new message, like, say, close to 12 a.m. one night on Kick. And it was from a new Kick user, but the way that they put their name looked very familiar. So I was like, there is no way it's like CJ or something. So I go on Kick, and then I see the picture, and I see the name, and it is CJ. And I'm like, what's going on? Because that doesn't look right. Like, why do you still have my Kick? It doesn't make sense. So I even, like, I confronted him, and he says, like, oh, I just never deleted it because I written it down on paper, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, cool, cool. So we were talking, I'm like, so where's Anya? And he goes like, yeah, we don't really talk like that anymore. We broke up, blah, 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 blah. I have a new set of friends. I was like, okay, cool. And then we were like catching up on stuff. And then I got to meet his new friends. And to be honest, I don't really like them that much, but I didn't say that to him. Because, like I said, I had like kind of small feelings, but I thought they would go away. Oh, I forgot to mention, during this time where we're like reconnected and stuff, CJ, admitted to me that he had like a crush on me during the time when we were still like talking and stuff, and like that just didn't make any sense in my little brain, because it's like, you're still talking to Anya, but you know, you're like still liking me. I was just very, very, very confused, but at the same time, that was like kind of my revolution. And with that revolution, I reawakened my feelings for CJ, and it was a lot deeper than they were in the beginning, because back then I just thought, I can't like this person because it's my friend's like boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to call it. I just can't do that to her. But now that we're not friends, and now that they're not talking, and he's back in my life, I decided, hey, he's available. I'm available. We can talk. And mind you, actually, I did date someone in between, like that time, like for the 6 months that I wasn't talking to them. But I'm not gonna get into that because that person was toxic. But so we were talking more, and then my feelings started to grow more, and then we had this little thing where like he would be like saying I love you and stuff, and then he would want me to say it back, but I would never would, because I knew it wasn't gonna be like the same. So when I eventually did, I realized, wow, I actually do love this person. And I said it, and they didn't really know it, but they were like all celebratory because it was in a group chat when I did that. And then he was all like, fuck everybody else, she loves me, blah, 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 blah. But eventually he did get like a new girlfriend, and that just turned into drama, 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 because she would try to be my friend, and I didn't really like her because she didn't seem like the authentic or genuine type of person. So when they eventually broke up, he was heartbroken, and I had to be there because that's the type of person I am. Whenever you're heartbroken, I'm the type of person to go to, because I'll try to pick you up, and I don't really swoop in. I'm not that type of person, like I said, because I'm not a shitty person. If you need space or if you need comfort, I'm right here. I'm just that type of person. So we were doing that, and he said something like, I don't think I'll be dating anybody anymore. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Just take your time if you do ever feel like you're going to go back to that. And eventually, of course, that wouldn't last very long because this person kind of moves on quickly. So I was like their next thing, but I thought they were just joking because I felt something for them, but I didn't know they were serious about me. But eventually it did get kind of there, and we send like different types of like text messages, and it was very different than how we normally interact with each other, and we were best friends at this point. So it was like a lot of the people in the group chat were assuming that, hey, are you guys like dating because of the way we interact with each other? And we're like, nah, we're just best friends. But people thought we would be like a good couple, whatever. And even if we fight and we stop talking for a bit, people in the group chat they tried to get us to talk again, which is weird because a couple of his exes were also in the group chat, and I feel like they still low-key had feelings for him. So that was kind of weird. But eventually, it was like on Mother's Day, I believe, years later after we first met, and while we were like arguing and stuff throughout this time, he asked me out, and I was like, okay, fine. And I thought he was joking, but we were really like going out. And I just realized this whole backstory just took 20 minutes, like 4 minutes left of the video, so I'll try to hurry this up. But, so we were dating for like maybe a month, and then we broke up, and I was heartbroken. I didn't understand why, until he said, I've been cheating on you. Now, I should have known this because I didn't add this in the video, but he works a part-time job in real life, and there's this coworker that always tries to get in his business, and he would tell me about like how they were actually dating the dates a week after we got together, and he doesn't even remember when we got together. So I was pissed. I was sad, heartbroken, like, how can you do this to me? You knew how I felt about you, and you still did this. Like, why? What was the point? Why did you leave me on like that? Why didn't you just be honest? And he had like no answer. We weren't talking for a bit, and I couldn't stop having feelings because those don't just go away overnight. Like, I was in love with this person, and like I would just be crying over this person like basically every week. It was a bad spot, especially at that time in my life where like I was going through a lot. And then so sorry if you hear anything in the background. Something's like going on. But so eventually he goes like, I'm not who you think I am. And I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm getting like really scared because I was like in the middle of crying, and then you just dropped this all on me. And so I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm being scared, like, you're lying about something. And then I'm thinking, am I in love with a pedophile? Am I in love with someone that's like a serial killer? I don't know. And then they eventually say like, I'm not who you think I am. I'm actually not a guy at all. And my heart like dropped, it broke, and I felt numb. Like, I couldn't feel anything at that point. I wasn't freaked out, I wasn't scared. I was just like, I've been talking to a female this entire time. And if you know me, I'm demisexual. I'm a straight demisexual. I used to be bi, and I told this person how I felt about like females in that way. They knew how I felt about it, and they still continued to lie to me anyway. I was hurt, and I didn't know how to feel. All my memories with quote unquote CJ is now like disintegrated and gone. Like, it's not who I thought it was. And I didn't know how to like see this new face of this female, and we're gonna call her JC because CJ, JC, whatever. And it was just a terrible experience. I think I'm gonna make this a part 1. I'll make a part 2 about what happened afterwards, because this video will be too long. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're anticipating for the next part, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.